Hey, thanks for checking in on Bathtub Sir and welcome back to Pyre. We've beaten our second Liberation Rite, can you believe it? We set Jodariel free. It was a tough game. We faced, as you can see there, the Withdrawn, who have made up of a bunch of witches and some other little things, but it was a tough game. We managed to come out victorious, and like I said, we set our second member free. We chose Jodariel. It was between Jodariel, Pamitha and Faye. And I think Pamitha's definitely our best player, so we kept her for the time being. But I suppose we can now push this story forward and see what happens now. Maybe Jodariel and Hedwig can get back together on the Commonwealth and start this revolution. I'm not really sure. But anyway, you return to the wagon after having prevailed against the Withdrawn in the Liberation Rite. That's one less mouth to feed. Do you think Jodariel is already home? You succeeded in liberating Jodariel, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We did what we could. With each Liberation Rite, we strive to advance our plan. A brighter future awaits at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you have seen the stars, or I should say, the lack thereof. You have, or did. Once more, the sky is all abyssal darkness. Following the Liberation Rite, no stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then, let us go, once more, to Moonlight Alcove. I have an errand I must run, besides, once we arrive. But we recover now, and make our way southward at first light. Continue our journey, we'll get right to that, but first there's someone who wants to have a chat in the black wagon. Ah, it's the Lone Minstrel, or Tarek. Were these dirty plates always there? Maybe that's what he wants to talk about. Was this chest always there? Volfred's planner, yep, so that's been there for a long while, I just never noticed it. Anyway, it's on your mind. After the liberation of Jodariel, you find the Lone Minstrel back in the wagon, looking as though no such thing had just occurred this night. You think you see him tilt his head as you approach. So words of congratulations are in order for this evening, I should think, reader, and so, congratulations on prevailing in the Liberation Rite. Surely Jodariel shall be most grateful, and her safe return unto your Commonwealth will benefit the plan in which you all now play a part. As for your adversaries of the Withdrawn, they must have been a bitter loss for them and Udmaldhi, although they must have known their chance was far from certain. Thus shall we all await the next turn of the cycle of the rites. Celeste and I are to return to our respective duties for the time, as now, Scribe's Gate is sealed. I await when we shall next meet, when next you may yet live up to the glory of the Nightwings in the eyes of the 8 scribes, which yet shine down for us. He trails off, then nods to you in his cordial manner, and bids you a good rest of the evening. Oh, so there's not really a lot there to say. I was hoping for a bit more. He's still probably the most mysterious person on this wagon, maybe second to Volfred. But let's move along. I'm more interested now in what will happen up on the Commonwealth. That's what I really want to know. 2 of our party are free. Can you believe it? You never would have seen that coming. Okay, the Moonlight Alcove. This is where we hang out until the stars decide to show themselves again, right? So we've been here before. This is exactly where we went once Hedwig bid his goodbyes. But didn't we wait months last time? You once again find yourself amid the serene walkways of Moonlight Alcove. Here you can await the time until the stars deign to shine for you again. Bide your time. Oh, no conversation to be had? Okay, fine. Guess we'll bide our time then. We have returned to a place of respite. Please make yourselves comfortable, such as you can. We are at the mercy of the stars, but I expect they shall shine bright again in time. As for me, I shall return by then, for there is something I must do. Is he going to go away? There, from the top of the sacred mountain, you gaze down into the abyss that is the downside. You wonder when the stars shall align themselves once more. Wait, so has Volfred just gone off in his mysterious duties? What an enigma. There, upon the sacred mountain, you and your companions once more await the night the stars begin to shine again. The plan of which you are all part of is set in motion. The Commonwealth, a nation that stood almost for 1,000 years, is in turmoil. If your companions return there through the Liberation Rites, what sort of place shall they be coming back to? Many moons pass. Oh, look at this weather, it's terrible. One evening, amid a downpour with no interest whatsoever in relenting, Volfred requests everybody to convene. You understand he has an announcement of some sort. Soon, everyone is assembled, and Volfred regards the group. Everyone, there is an aspect of our plan which I have not yet talked about you at length. Look around at your companions. What do you see in them? He lets the question hang a moment in the air. I'll tell you what I see in all of you. In all of us. I see in all of us a living vision of the 8 scribes themselves, each one among them hailing from the different tribes which later formed our commonwealth. My observation does not come from pompousness, I think. Rather, I believe the scribes themselves desired, or shall I say desire, such a course. Together, they created all this ceremony of which we're now a part. The exiles liberated through their rights went on to found a commonwealth, based on their values and their teachings. Thus, an instrumental aspect of our plan is to embody the spirit and the culture from which the commonwealth arose so many centuries ago. That way, when we are all united on the other side in solidarity, the people all shall see that we reflect the values they yet cherish in their hearts, not merely their own. Anyway, we are still missing one key representative. On behalf of Molten Melife, and I happen to know a certain bog dweller who I think shall fit the part most splendidly indeed. Wait, we're going to get a new party member? Please don't be mild here. I'm probably saying her name wrong, which is why I don't want it to be her. He motions for someone to approach. A certain bog dweller slithers forward. You recognise her straight away. This is the one who fixed our wagon, right? Can't remember her name. Is it Auntie something? I'm probably pulling that way out of, like, somewhere that's not correct. It is my pleasure to introduce you to a dear old friend of mine, whom I believe you've met. Bertrude. I mean, Auntie Bertrude, maybe you can see that. You can see where I was getting that from. Am I making excuses? Likely. Okay, welcome to the Nightwing's Bertrude. The bog dweller called Big Bertrude, Big Auntie Bertrude, come on, it wasn't that far off, utters something guttural by way of greeting. We are to understand that ye require further aid from us. I have no idea what voice I'm doing for this one. Okay, Bertrude. Yes, dear Bertrude, the time has come. Bertrude here is far and away the most accomplished alchemist whom I have ever met. You soon shall find that she knows much about the rites as well. Bertrude looks at you and your fellow exiles, each in turn. We frighten ye, apparent. Everyone is silent as Bertrude searches their expressions. Then, tremble, small ones, and hold well thy tongues, lest we remove them. She takes her leave without another word. Please excuse Bertrude's blunt manner. I guarantee she shall more than make up for it. Everyone disperses. It seems now that the ranks of the Nightwings are complete. Bertrude joined the group. You sense her powerful presence. Welcome her aboard. Do we really want to do that? Now then, my boy. Perhaps you notice that the stars are bright once more up there behind those stubborn rains, meaning it is time that we get back to business. Indeed, once more, several stars shine bright within the cold and storming sky. The stars themselves are wait. Okay, let's do it. Here we go again. Jamur. Melith. Lou? Let's go Lou, maybe. Let's have a look at the planner. Well, 12 and 0. Fine, okay. Wow, we are the only us and Essence have got like a positive win rate. Wow, everyone else kind of sucks, don't they? Okay, well, I think, actually, no. How have they withdrawn bottom if they've won 7 and only lost 4? I'm not too sure, but anyway, let's not get caught up in all that. We're going to head to Luke's. I don't even know what this place is. I would fight that demon sack again. The Tempers, where are they in the standings? So they're second from bottom. I reckon we've got a good chance. Let's do it. Maybe we can test out Bertrude against these suckers. And do we get to fly? Or is it too stormy to fly? Again, we are to face the demon Ignarius and his brutes the Tempers. He is living proof of how the rites favour raw strength of will and body. Valfred then offers you such details as he knows of your next adversary. Ignarius, a long-time resident of the Downside, as evidenced by his appearance, the strongest of the Tempers, he has waited years to earn his freedom. Born to a middling Commonwealth family, he got into trouble early and often, but found his calling in the Commonwealth's not entirely legal red light district. There, he took many jobs, most involving his sheer size. Most notably, he was a bouncer at the Starry 8, where he came to symbolise his reputation. Wait, is that a bar named after the scribes? In a famous tavern in the Commonwealth. It is widely believed that Commonwealth officials sometimes showed up incognito here to blow off steam. One day, a particularly belligerent guest got under his skin, so he gave him a tremendous thrashing. The club clientele all gave a cheer. However, this guest turned out to be a wealthy chamberlain, who then exploited his connections to have Ignarius arrested and then exiled. This was 14 years ago, so not quite as long as Joe the Real, but bloody hell, he's catching up. In the downside, Ignarius dropped his given name as sometimes is the custom and survived alone through his tendency and strength. In time, he drew the notice of the Tempers, who revealed to him the rights, recruited him into their ranks, and let him work his way up. Now, at last, it is his turn. Ignarius struggles to return to a place that wants nothing to do with somebody like him. He should never have been exiled. Anyway, my boy, I'm off to rest. You wish a good night to Volfred. Your travels shall continue at first light. Interesting, and now we've got to speak to Bertrude, I presume. Yeah, there she is, taking up quite a lot of space there. What does she bring? These cards? Bertrude's decks, unusual etched cards depicting the greater titans, probably for curses and enchantments, so stay well clear of them. Right. You find Big Bertrude looking about the black wagon in a disapproving way. She fixes her gaze on you. Her expression does not change. Ugh, such a clutter added to this wagon since we looked upon it last. Unsightly. We remember thee from our abode in flagging hands. Then thou must be the reading one to whom Sandalwood referred. She moves in close, studying you. You recall that the mere touch of a bog crone of the southern bogs can induce paralysis, or worse. Holy crap, stay away then. She's quite Medusaist, isn't she, in design? That's obviously not a real word there, but it's one I've just made up. But I'm sure you know what I mean. And her arms seem to be just bone. God, okay, fine. I do like the horns, they look very cool. That one such as thee can extract meaning from that tome. 'Twas a feat we wished to witness for ourselves. Thy flesh has seen but the smallest fraction of the years which ours withstood, and yet we are expected to believe that thou canst understand the Book of Rites. Then she backs away, for someone else has joined you. Hail, Bertrude, madam. Is everything to your liking at this time, or is there something more which you require? We have been unable to locate a supply of rotworm gizzard extract among thy belongings. Other than that, we shall lodge no complaint at present. Who's this we? She like talking for herself and each of these snakes in her hair? Because that's pretty disturbing. It is possible that Volfred has a small supply among his possessions here. If you would care to accompany me, we may yet procure some. That would be agreeable with us. Then, after you, madam. Man, saved by the minstrel. Thank you, Tarek. As they depart, you think you see the lone minstrel nod his head your way. Yeah, good looking out, guy. So, now we can head off. Well, at least sleep for the night and then continue our journey. You rise early that morning, though Bertrude is already awake. She scowls at you, goddammit, so we didn't get an escape for long, did we? Good morning, reader. Bertrude, I trust your stay has been not too uncomfortable? Nay, Sandalwood, the comforts of this place are not for us. Fly us forth from here, to lower ground. Let us get on with all of this. The reader here shall do so, once the group is ready. I thank you for your patience. Yeah, let's get out of here. I'm ready to go. Kind of thinking, if we get to another liberation rite, just getting Bertrude out of here as quickly as possible. Do not like her vibe. Keeps me on edge a little bit. We're going to have to try her out in this next rite though, aren't we? Hey, what's this? Mer Pass. Soaring far above Sklorian shore, you notice Pamela gazing down at the frozen cliffs below. That damned place down there. I like it least of all, I think. Among everywhere we've been. I'm thankful that there's no reason to return. Reminds me of my home is all. The higher wing remnants. We all grew accustomed to the thinner air amid the cliffs that breaches the clouds above your commonwealth. But it was not the nicest place. Little wonder that my sisters settled for a rather warmer base of operations in this land there, by the nest of Trieste. Anyway, I'm pleased to have spent as little time as possible near here. Let's fly on by and go about our business. Fine with me, Panther. Now let's do this. I don't think it's too far away. In fact, it's right here. The hidden glade of Lugh is nigh impossible to find on foot, though there it lies, below us, protected even now by the enchantment of Lugh's Sklorian 100 mines. I understand the river named for him is rather famous in your commonwealth. The mouth of the river, Sklorian, opens wide not very far from here. It was there that the limbless Arizek was defeated, turning the region lush and livable, at least for certain denizens, although, of course, not everyone believes this. Your adversaries, the Templars, must be working to find their way there even now. Good fortune in your right against them, reader. Thank you, Tarek, the awesome lone minstrel. Now, let's go, Needlefield? Or Cinderroot? You see the presence of your adversary Dorbert here. Okay, should we? Because we know Faye, you know, really likes Alma, so it could be another opportunity to meet her friend. Let's land. Doing it for Faye. Your wagon touches down in Black Basin, where you first met Volfred and Pamela as well. You briefly wonder at what might have happened had your paths not crossed as you consider what to do with the remains of the afternoon. Scry for information. Okay, but no, first you must have a chat with Volfred. What's this up here? Magna Mug provides a bit of warmth from cold nights and something at which to nod and stare, and that's from the Black Basin. Volfred is poring over a copy of the Book of Rites as you approach. He looks up at you and smiles. The Road to Freedom, written in a book that hardly anyone believes exists, and fewer still can read and comprehend. Sometimes I marvel how absurd all of this is, my boy. Tell me something, though. I've spent so much time considering the book, but known so few with whom I could discuss it in much detail. You've had some time to turn through it by now, so what do you think? Worth all of us? Oh, I mean, we only skimmed it at best, really. It's fairly fascinating. I do enjoy the lore, but I find it a little tedious to understand. Dense with lore you're not concerned with. You've come across more than your fair share of books and none quite like this. I mean, that's very true. You would rather reserve judgment until you've had more reading time. The Book of Rites is meant to be experienced that cannot be described. Oh my god. I feel like this is the right answer, but I don't know if it's the truthful one. Ah, what the hell. If we lie to a tree, what's the worst that can happen? You tell Volfred the book has fascinated you, and you have never seen anything quite like it. He nods slowly as you describe your experience with it. I share the sentiment. To have in our possession a genuine artifact from a forgotten time. How much of it is exactly true, and how much of it is described retelling of events? I find it endlessly fascinating to consider, I must admit. He puts away his copy of the book with care. It is amazing that these volumes have survived for all this time, I think. Whether they are made of what they are made of has withstood the ravaging effects of time quite well. And the ideas there contained, they remain rather provocative as well. To think that the Commonwealth disavows of the existence of this book, despite official recognition of the 8 scribes. Although, the reasons why are in there, written plain. How fascinating that its secrets have been kept for all this time. Anyway, you'll have to excuse me for my extracurricular interests in its teachings. I used to teach a version of its history. To have access to the real thing has brought me some small pleasure. Let us be certain to preserve these volumes for whomever shall be next to use them. He turns his attention to other matters and bids you a good afternoon. Okay, see you, Volley boy. Let's scry. Come on, everybody, scry with me. Your senses guide you to a scrying pool somewhere in the leaves and branches of Cinderu, and you look upon the waters. Soon, you experience a vision of Dorbert, who stood against Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts in his most recent rite. Sir Deluge, we thank you and the Pyre Hearts for an honourable contest. Go on and gloat. While this knight wallows in his latest wretched failure. Oh, they got beat. Oh dear, you got beat by these guys. Oh, well, to be fair, I would definitely be rooting for Dorbert. We understand the right to create ill will. Many all of you yet find the path towards enlightenment, until we meet again. The vision fades. It seems the fate prevailed against the Pyre Hearts sometime not long ago, gaining the favour of the scribes. You wonder where their paths has taken them since you returned to the Black Wagon. To pursue your vocations. Cool, more vocations. And I think we mentor Bertrude if we can. If she'll let us, at least. Here she is. I doubt she'll let us, but let's see what happens here. Very well, then. Educate us if thou canst. I hope I said that word right. You and Bertrude review what observations you have made thus far about the various triumvirates you have confronted on your journey. She has keen insights about some of them. There we go. Thus does our grasp of ancient sorceries grow ever stronger still. Choose a mastery for Bertrude. So what can you do, Big Bertrude? While Bertrude's Pyre has less fire than the adversaries, she deals an additional 5. Oh, does she have her own personal one? While Bertrude's Pyre has more fire than the adversary, she deals an additional 5. That's exactly the same, isn't it? Less has more. I don't understand this. Hang on. While Bertrude's Pyre has less than the adversaries, she deals additional 5. While it has more than the adversaries, she deals additional 5. More is better, right? Oh, I don't know. I'm probably doing this very wrong, but to hell with it. We've got to choose one. Those who deign confront us, we shall give increasing reasons to beware. Beautiful. Lovely getting to spend some time with you, Bertrude, I must admit. I'm kind of regretting doing your voice as if you smoke 50 a day, but what can you do? It's too late now. Let's get on to the Glade of Lu. And this, what is his name? Agnarius or Ignarius? I don't know, it's just a big old demon to me. Big old demon sack. I'm gonna have to try out Bertrude. Hopefully I can get to grips with her mechanics. Oh, and no one wants to talk. So fine, we'll commence the rite. Sorry, Ron, no time for you, buddy. Though the now familiar surroundings of the Glade of Lu made preparations faster than before, the stars are the stars are already aflame by the time you and the others are gathered. At last. Well, Bertrude, I have every faith in your ability in this. 'Tis more a testing of our patience than our raw capacity. Fear not in the outcome here. You wish them all good fortune in turn. Little else is said, and together you watch the celestial harmony in calm and silence and await the tempers. Here we go. Here's our narrator friend. Oh, we need to untick this. There we go. There's a new one though. Your adversaries each shall have 8+ quickness, making them move faster. I think we just need to maybe not do the added difficulty. I mean, yeah, we've done 2 out of 2 with them on, but oh my god, it's stressful. I want to see how Bertrude plays without the worry of like having the added difficulty. Big Bertrude can pounce long distances in the rites or catch several adversaries in her aura blast. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward. I know what a blast looks like. The much vaunted reader, what the hell does that mean?
And it would appear his ranks grow stronger.
Yes, we have a beautiful new addition.
Consorting with the bog-crone Bertrude, are we? How very strange that you befriended her.
I wouldn't go so far as befriended.
At any rate, your adversaries in this rite shall be the Tempers. Put out their flame and walk the path to liberty.
Of course. Oh, we got 100, and they also have 100. It's all fair. Hey, look who wants a piece of us again. It's the damn Nightwings. Here to knock us down another peg or 2 again, I guess. Well, at least you've got old curly horns out of this dump. I've got to give you that. Oh my god, he's referencing Jodoril. There must be so many different dialogue options here. Like, depending on who we've set free. One look at her, and you just knew that she was too good for this place. Though, maybe that ain't saying all that much. Any of you Nightwings see her again, you tell her something from me. You let her know Iggy says I. You let her know. Iggy? Okay, that's easy for me to remember. Not that she'll remember some dumb lunk like me. Oh man, I think he's actually got crippling self-esteem. That's alright, Iggy. You got awesome hair. Then, Ignarius shoves on his mask. Alright, Tempers. Let's give it to him like we still got a chance. You haven't got a chance though, I hope you do realise that. Seems like Bertrude's making herself known. Hold a moment, reader. The crone Bertrude slithers forth, wearing the raiments of the rites. Now that Bertrude is among our ranks, it would be best if you became familiar with her repertoire. You have no obligation to make use of her abilities, of course. Good, Bertrude? Please show the reader something of your aptitude. We expect thou shalt be soon inclined to bring our sorceries to bear. Long have we studied these rites of thine. Let us show thee what we know of them thus far. Okay, so she can pounce.
Bertrude shows herself in full.
Look at this, she's like a panther. Look at that. Oh, I like how her arms spread out into very scary wings. We can slither. Look at this slithery bastard. And blast. Oh, I like that. That's a good one. Look at the radius on it. Bloody hell, no escaping that. Only terrain's gonna, like, get in our way there. Release speed while flashing to power blast. Did I do that? Okay, let's do this better. There we go. I imagine you can power blast with everyone, right? So I don't think I've ever did it. Come on then, you slivery sack. Now then, reading one. Know that our freedom is of little consequence to us. We side with ye because of Sandalwood, because of his plan. We shall aid ye in the rights, we shall aid ye in that plan. Thus, we are at thy disposal and await thy bidding. Can you imagine her going back to the Commonwealth? I really can't. Right, okay, so we're gonna go. Big baby Bertrude. Oh yeah, we need to give her a talisman. And we know exactly what one to give her. There we go. This has been very good for us, the Moon Crest. And then, of course, Hamatha. Right, and I don't think Ruki's got to run out in a long time. And, I mean, if he's maybe the next logical choice for our liberation, right? So maybe we should get some field time.
It is done.
Oh, I'm ready for them. Alright, you damned Nightwings. Let's see what you got. Right, okay, I'm ready for this. And how do we sliver? Okay. No, 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 no! Oh, Bertrude. Oh my god! This is so bad. Oh, double whammy. Ruki still got it. What the hell was that? What is that thing? Oh, it's a slivery bastard. Like a Sir Gilman. Okay, sorry Bertrude. You're going to have to take the hit there. Oh crap. Oh crap. How do we dodge this? Yeah, like that. Nice one, Ruki. You're the man. Oh crap, they got 130. I did see that sort of spike up. Must be because of a rune they've got, or a talisman. Don't know where I got rune from. Right, this is not going well. But we did get one of the special ones. Oh, and again. Okay, Bertrude, your time to shine, almost. Oh, we got her. Or him, rather. There we go. Oh no, we've got to throw it. What have I done? I've lost all manner of control. Oh, it's close, but thank God we did it. We had a lot of time in that flight there. Nice one. No, not so nice, but we got moon crested. Yes, no. Dropped. Nice one. Big Bertrude. Get rid of that. That's not going to go long enough. There we go. Her first goal? Yes, there we go. And she's done an extra 5 there, I think, because of the mastery we chose. Ooh. Come on, Ruki. No. Lucky break. Right, maybe we can try and fly this in. Oh, brilliant. Panther's just too good. We really can't ever get rid of her, which is, I mean, terrible news for her. Oh, you Nightwings, you've been practicing, ain't ya? And what about you, Iggy? You're just a washed up old goat. You're through. How long are you going to keep at this? Getting weaker and weaker, worse and worse, huh? Come on then, Nightwings, finish it already, will ya? Sooner we wrap this up, sooner we can all catch some shut-eye and put an end to this damn day. Poor Iggy, I'm feeling more and more sorry for him.
Bye now, Bertie.
Bye now, Bertie. Bye-bye, Bertie. Oh, that was so close. We're still kicking. Oh, no, we're not. Right, get back here. Oh! Yes! What a goal, Ruki. Big fan of that one. So now I think if we can just score as anyone now, apart from Ruki. Mooncrest, it's all good. Nice, Winged Fury. And I reckon we can fly this in. Oh. Of course, of course. Oh, I couldn't take them both out. Okay, be careful now. Get it, it's yours. Bertrude, for the win. There she goes. Oh, you big, beautiful goal scorer.
The Nightwings prevail.
Wow, they didn't come anywhere close to our Pyre. So, an interesting new dynamic to our playstyle there.
It's complete.
In the form of Big Beautiful Bertrude. Oh, we Tempers, We were damn unstoppable, but this again? Sorry, Iggy.
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes.
God, Ruki's very close to leveling up. Faye as well. Tizzo! Oh my god, how did I forget about Tizzo? But I did. I think Panther's going to get fully leveled by the end of this game. Big Bertrude's onto level 2. The strange designs of the 8 scribes. Their everlasting sorceries are strong within this land, and we shall make yet further use of them, we think. Brilliant, so what should we take? After Bertrude pounces at an adversary, she instantly recovers all of her stamina. Okay, while slithering... God, I forgot to slither. I completely forgot to slither. She uses 50% less stamina and moves 30% more quickly. Okay, let's remember to slither and use that. Brilliant. Okay.
Until the stars align.
Yes, until the stars align. Wow, so that was fun. I felt like we were on top form there. It took a little bit of time to get used to Bertrude, and we're not masters by any means, but still, we've done well. Right, well, I think before we carry on with this dialogue here, I'm going to leave the episode there. So if you enjoyed this Let's Play of Pyre, please go ahead and leave a like, it helps out a great deal, and I really do appreciate it, so thank you so much. If you want to see more, we'll see what Volfred's got to say here, as well as the Lone Minstrel Tarek, and maybe we can move on to our next rite. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'll bring that to you. If you've got any comments you want to raise, what do you think of Big Beautiful Bertrude? Is she your favourite? Who else is your favourite? Leave a comment below, and I'll make sure I get back to you. Alright, see you!